She blew out. Oh shit, I did it again. Are you still there? People can still see me, right? Okay, cool. Well, her mom said, okay, cool. Her mom said, what was it? Shit. Yeah, that was true. She also said, damn it, what the hell was I going to think of now? Sometimes I forget, sometimes I don't. Yeah, I know. I don't either. She said that she didn't want to leave there. She liked it there. In there. And Tina, you know, when she gets bored, she does things like that. She liked what she was doing. She loved it. She made her trademark with her clothes and with the hat and everything. That's what made her. Yep. No, her heart wasn't doing that well. Oh, that's what I was going to say. One of her heart valves blew out. So they had to put a balloon in there. And, you know, it was so bad. That was the first time, you know, it blew right out. So when they went to the hospital and kept on bringing her there, and they were putting a balloon in there to try to get the valves open again. They were trying to open the valves. It's something like the stents. They put something else in there that's used to try to open the valves to keep them open, but those valves just went, and she, you know, yeah, it could have been, yeah. And they're, you know, she could have died from a heart attack. Yeah, the stents probably, you know, those things probably could have blew out. Yeah, they put a balloon in there, and that probably, you know, once it blew out everything, and she probably just died right there. She might have been trying to grab her neck for air, or she could have been murdered. We don't know. We have to wait for the autopsy. And the smoking didn't help. I smoked too, but I quit smoking. I haven't smoked in 3 days. So I'm hoping to feel better. And Monica's keeping me on that, keeping me away from cigarettes. I know if I keep smoking, she'll punch me in the face, for sure. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of questions that I think need to be answered, but I will. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm not going to. I have to, you know. I'm almost 60 years old. I'm almost 60. I'll tell Monica you guys said hello too. Yeah, I know. I was smoking the vape for like 2 or 3 days, so I haven't smoked the vape in a while. Oh, thank you. And it's probably the hormones. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Tina was always in contact with her mother. She never, you know, She never gave up on her mother. No, they didn't get her rings or her hat or anything. It seemed like everything disappeared. Oh, thank you. All of her stuff just disappeared. I have no idea where it went to. If I went down there, if I go with a couple of people, I will try to find out where it went to and try to get it solved. Yep. Believe me, if I had the money, I would go down there with a few people and find out what's going on and try to find that stuff. I'd like to get some of the stuff back because he also made like a living will, and I know it's not safe, but I've been in areas like that. I've been shot at before. I had knives pulled on me, but I just gotta stay away from people like that. But in her living will, it also said that, Tina said she was going to give her dresses to Monica, and yep. And then the rings, some of the rings too. Yep. But it was, they didn't find everything, but she's done, buried, and her mom understood now about Tina and the way she is, and how she is and all that. She had her moments too with other people, and I know she's got part of a book out there, and I wish somebody can get that published because, there's a lot of good stories about Tina and a lot of other stories that I never knew about that she told me. And if that was in a book, it would be a great book. And part of that book should be out there now and should be published. So at least she gets her mark out there. She lived in the back of my car every once in a while. We hung out a lot. I talked to her on the phone when she was living at her mom's. And then she met us, and that's how we all got together. Yep. Yeah, they know she was loved by a lot of people, and she knew that a lot of people didn't like her. And, she knows she had her arguments with different people, but when I was with her, she was making up with a lot of people, but they gave her like a lot of lip, and they didn't treat her right, and that's why she went off. And as most of you know, Tina's always talked about Monica. She's always loved Monica. She's always had Monica on the brain all the time. She's always loved her. And I didn't know she cared so much about me. And we fought like brother and sister. And that's how we were. Yes, she did. It would be like Tina had two sisters, me and Monica, and I was the one that fought with both sisters. No, Tina's mom was okay with Nick, with Tina, I mean. But we learned a lot. We learned a lot from her, and we learned a lot from everybody else, and it taught us a lot. And she was pretty smart. Tina, I thought Tina's last scopes, the one she did with Bill, were magnificent. That would have been a magnificent thing. Yeah, I know Tina loved Novocaine. It was like a Novocaine and Monica duo. She loved both of them. I think she had her heart with both of them. That's right. There wouldn't have been a Miss Tina without Monica. And she did mention it, I know, to her mother about the Fruckish thing was Monica's idea, and that was her saying. Yeah, I know. I never knew she cared about me. And yep. And I'm making a video about that scope. Okay, that'd be cool. I never knew that she really loved me, cared about me. She loved. Yeah, she's always loved Monica. Like a lot of the scopes, she always went on, talked about Monica. And then when she didn't talk to Monica for 2 years, she went on and said, "Guess who called me?" And she was very happy and stuff like that. Yeah, I was told she did a lot of things. She did chemistry. She did a bunch of other. She took a bunch of other courses in college, I was told too. Yes, I know. I'm glad she did. And it's good to know. I lived in Florida for 3 years. I lived in Pompano Beach. What I think happened to Tina was, I think somehow they did something to her because they knew about her heart. And I think she was drugged or something, and they took away her heart pills. And I think they just let her die and didn't say anything for like a day or two. And then I think they took all her stuff, took all her money, and took the car. If you noticed, all the drugs were there. They had spice, they had heroin, they had crack, they had everything there. Yeah, so did I. But this will all be, this is all a lesson to all of us. We got to be careful out there. And you can't hate anybody. You got to care about them. Monica has said it many times, life is too precious. She's right. I go off too a lot of times. And I say the wrong things and think the wrong things. Now, if the last fight didn't happen, she would have been up here and probably would have been happy. She probably would have died here. And then we could have brought her back into the city and she would have been buried there. Yeah, I know. They took a big advantage of her. Her mom said everybody takes advantage of her, and they did. And sometimes she may have taken advantage of other people, but She was, eventually she apologizes and she works things out. But she did pretty good. Yeah, I know. It takes off a what? A dead person's clothes. Yeah, I know. That Bill person, they probably waited until she was dead, waited about a day or two, and then took all her stuff, cashed her money, probably got all her money and stuff, and that was it. Oh, thank you. I got to get a color again. But yes, that is street life. You take your chances. She took her chance, and it got to her. Hey, Big Keen. But it was good to talk to her mother, and her dad was there. The viewing was good and everything like that. She did. For some reason, the drug dealer got it and got everything else. Took it all off her card and everything. She lost a lot of stuff. Her mother was very nice when she talked to me too, and yeah, but she was very nice, and we talked. It was a good talk. I've seen her mother in person twice. I've seen her doctor, uh, not doctor. I mean, I've seen her dad like twice. I brought her to her house, her apartment, her parents' apartment, which is, by the way, a very nice place. There was like a lot empty. There was a lot that's empty across the street from where her parents lived, but it was owned by, I think, the water company or something like that. Yeah, she said, well, she's talked to Dr. Bud many times when I was in the car. And they said they were good friends in the past. And then, like, her mother said they talked for like the past 2 or 3 years. So, I believe it now. No, I wish I did. Yeah, I know. I wish I was able to, because I never knew that she really cared a lot about me. That's what her mother said. Well, they found Tina on the couch. They found Tina on the couch. Bill said she had her hands on her throat, and Bill, you know, didn't think of anything about it, but he called her mom and told her, and they took her body away. They did, I guess. They did. Yeah, believe me, there were a lot of cruel people, she told me, that didn't like her. But if you remember, she makes up with everybody. She made up with me a couple of times. I was the first person she met on Facebook and before Scope. I talked to her on the phone when she was smoking cigarettes at her mom's outside, and when she went down to get cigarettes. And then I introduced her to Monica, and that's how Monica got to know her. And then I met her at the bus stop and brought her up here. And then we all started hanging out together, and it's like an on and off thing, but Monica introduced, Tina to Tina. And that's how she became Tina, and the word fruckish was Monica's idea. And I had no idea that her mother said she really liked me, and she talked about me, and she talked about Dr. Bud, and she talked about Monica, and how Dr. Bud was friends with her for a couple of years, and Dr. Bud was telling the truth. Everything was the truth that Dr. Bud said. Dr. Bud did not lie about anything. He was telling the honest to goodness truth. And I really didn't, I feel sorry because I never knew that Tina talked so much about me. When she was at her mom's, even mentioned me, she did. I brought her up there a couple of times, and, there were a lot of good words that were said about me. Hello. Yep. And